Hey everyone, welcome to Burn Pilates. My name is Lydia and today I'm going to be leading you through an active stretch class that is done standing. This is going to be activating to lengthen, activating to mobilize, and activating in a way where this class is truthfully great to do before any workout. I do this kind of class on its own when I'm traveling, when I need to stretch, when I'm short on time but I want to move. And I also do this class before I teach or before I train. This is the kind of movement that I will do every single day to help my body. So this is going to be a sequence that I'm going to take you through, no different than I would take myself through. So welcome. Set up your mat, keep some water close by, and let's get right into it. Just starting standing somewhere at the top of your mat with space behind you, taking a soft light Pilates sit back. We're just going to open up to the hips, engage the posterior chain, and find our balance. Step your right leg all the way back, find the floor, reach your right arm out, extend, connect with that sensation of calf stretch, right heel pushing down, thigh activating, and come all the way up to standing. Same thing, right leg stretching back, heel grounding as much as you can, reaching, extending. Let's find right away the connection between hip to ribs, and as you extend your arm out, you're pushing and giving feedback through your right heel to the floor. Connect your right glute to help stretch your hip by flexing it. Arm next to ear. Just making this soft. You want to flex the right muscles and also ground so that you're not straining into your body. You're just finding your weight, finding the floor for 2. Last one. Coming all the way to standing, taking your legs wide open into a wide second position, external rotation. Reach your arms to the side, rib cage knit together as you bring a bend into your legs and thighs. You want to take your hips back. You want to open through your inner thighs, send your arms forward and stretch on up. Hips under ribs, connecting through your glutes. Deep breath in and exhale. It's not a squat, it's a stretch and a plie. So as you bend your knees, make sure your knees aren't going over top of your ankles, over top of your feet. You want your knees stopping over your heels. This might encourage you to open your legs a little bit wider. And what you will feel and what you will start to target in your body is the sensation of pushing your feet into the ground to ground and hold that grounding to stretch because your legs are wider. So we've changed the base of support. Push your feet into the ground, try to split your mat. Feel this through your glutes on the way up, inner thighs on the way down. Deep breath in and exhale. Go for a last one. And full stretch, reach, 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 ground, extend, and toe heel your way all the way in. Setting up for the second side, making your way again to the top of your mat with space behind you. Light Pilates sit back as you extend left leg to floor. Find that sensation of a calf stretch. Reach your left arm out, knit your ribs together. Right knee over top of your heel towards the back. Come to standing. Just work into this step back. Feel where your left glute is activating to stretch your hip, where your abs are working to extend you longer and longer. You're finding opposition in both directions, of back and front, with the left side of your body. Always remember, when you flex one muscle, another one extends, and in this case, we're flexing the left glute to extend the front of the left hip. Let's go for a last set of 2. Finish with one more. Come all the way up to standing, and from here, setting up with your legs, you're going to go right away into a wide parallel position. Feel that you have a solid, good solid sensation of weight in your pinky toes or outer feet. You do not want your knees collapsing inwards. And from here, you're going to take your hips and just softly tilt them back. Give yourself this light Pilates sit back. Ribs knitted together. Now from here, we're going to externally rotate the right leg through the thigh, then externally rotate the left leg, and then go back to parallel, parallel. So we turn out through the thigh, turn out through the hip, parallel, parallel. When I say thigh, it's thigh to hip. It's thigh to hip. And your hips being back are going to help you not only feel where your glutes are activating you, but also help get your inner thighs to properly engage. Open, open, have your arms wherever you need to for balance. Let's go for one more, starting with the right leg, parallel, now to the left. External rotation catch, parallel, parallel. Knees aren't collapsing. You're rotating from the hip. You're feeling where this rotation is happening with your own ability to control your leg through the hip socket. Externally rotate, parallel, parallel. This is so great for just bringing circulation to the body, warming up rotations for work that you may do either in your workout or if you've been sitting for a long time. Hold your external rotation, open your legs just a little bit wider so that your knees are again behind your ankles, a little bit more towards even where you have a wider abduction is where you want to be. You're going to send your hips back, take your arms and bring them all the way forward. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, stretch on up, activate your glutes, reach your arms to the side, chest expansion out, and then inhale, hips softly back. It's not a squat. I don't want you to crunch into your hip flexors. I want you to find length and control. And the more you fuse your heels by pushing down and away into the ground, the more you're going to root your body, which is going to help you activate all the way up from underneath. This takes pressure out of the fronts of the legs and the quads, brings it to the glutes. Also helps you stretch and lengthen through tight muscles, maybe from doing too many crunches or from sitting for long periods of time. We want our body to be long, to be active with full hip support. Go for a last one. And exhale, reach, 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 reach. Smoothly toe heel your way all the way in, come all the way up. Setting back up, standing this time in an external rotation. What you want to do is make sure that your external rotation is from the hips. Give yourself a light hip hinge back. Take your hands and bring them up, either in prayer, up at shoulder height. You could also have your hands lifted or behind the head, but somewhere where you have your upper body actively engaged. From here, you're going to step your right leg all the way back, and I want you to find the floor with flexed toes. Now the goal is to stretch again through the front of this right hip, so you want to squeeze and activate that glute as hard as you can. When you come back in, you're going to take your heel all the way back to center, keep your hip hinge, keep your body in the start position. We're not stretching the legs. We're inhaling to start. Exhale, stretch back, flex, 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 activate this glute. So there's stretch and activation happening. Activation through the glute, stretch to the hip. Right heel back down in center, knees in that first position, Pilates V, exhale, stretch. Deep breath in, return. Go for another set here of 4. You're grounding, keeping your hips back, pulling your abs in for 3. Last set of 2. Upper body lengthened. Feel where you're honing in on opposition. The right leg goes back, your upper body stretches forward, the abs pull in, come all the way up from here. Stretch your legs, give yourself a moment, and then hip hinge back, second side. Take a full breath in. Exhale, left leg back. Squeeze and flex the glute. Now notice here, if my right knee is over top of my foot, that's a no bueno. Either you want to step your left foot a little further back, or you want to feel the resistance in pushing your hips more over the floor so that your knee is just over top of your heel or ankle, or a little bit from behind, not going forward over top of the foot. You'll see, your eyes will tell you. Come back to center, heels together, Pilates V, abs in, stretch, left hip long, flex the glute. You're always coming back to this Pilates V where your knees are bent so that you can find the floor and activate from both glutes. Stretch back, squeeze that left butt. Keep breathing. Collarbones wide. Feel your back is activating by keeping your arms up. Go for one more step back. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach left leg back. Come all the way through center. Come all the way up. You're going to take your right leg to the side. You want to step into the left leg. Make sure you have the most tiny micro bend and make sure that your knee is supported in not rolling in, not rolling out. You're going to, from here, take your hands to your hips and physically push your hips down. Feel like you're trying to get your hips to grow down and away from the ribs. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, you're going to lift the right leg up. It's not going to be high because what we don't want to have happen in the body is tilting. You're stretching and activating, so you're working to lengthen so much so out that your leg physically can't actually lift high. From here, take a full breath in. On your exhale, I want you to draw towards the front. Right toes touch. You're trying to get right in the front alignment of your hip. Take your right leg back to your side. Touch the floor. Deep breath in. And exhale, up and over, stretch. Reach up and over, stretch. The more you start to gain the feeling of stretching out from your joints, lengthening the body, the more you're going to feel your abs work. And that's the goal. So have your hands, again, wherever you need to balance. If you've already got your hip positioning and this is putting too much pressure on your shoulders or you're starting to get tight, have your arms elsewhere. Sometimes I even place my hands right here on the lower part of my hip bones to front belly so that I can remind my abs to do the work in lifting and lowering. Deep breath in. Got that little soft bend in the left leg. Don't lock it out. This right leg, however, is fully stretched. Up and over for 2. And exhale. Go for one more, and as you hold your right leg here, right in front, what I want you to now do is just turn your body, face towards your left, stick your tailbone out, have your arms anywhere where you have engagement for balance, and from here, lift your right leg up and down from the floor for 8, 7. Feel how it's challenging that standing glute, and keep stretching out through your right leg and thigh, up, down. It's not about height, it's about control for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. You're going to keep your upper body exactly as is. Take your right leg to the side, and from here, twist your upper body just slightly more so you can find that stability. Stick your tailbone out and lift from the floor and down. Exhale and inhale. Ooh, like you're working in water. You want to feel that push down to the right inner thigh, stabilizing through the glute. Activate even more through your right butt as you lift and lower. As soon as you bring that mental component to your body again, you flex a muscle, you extend a muscle. Last set of 2. Go for a final 1. Lift and lower. From here, you're going to take your right leg all the way into a wide second position. Reach your arms all the way out, shoulders down and back. Take a full breath in. And we drop, bending the right leg, stretching that left thigh, framing the right leg, coming back to that second position, making sure the knees are soft. As you return, land smoothly and reach out. Left inner thigh stretched. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. Finish with 1 more. Reach on down. Come all the way up. You're going to stand in your right leg. The left leg is going to go long. And from here, again, you want to just check that your upper body is totally stable. Shoulders and collarbones are wide. You have that left leg stretched. And you have your hips, again, distancing down away from the ribs. The ribs are stretching up. We're creating length. Little bend in that right leg. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, hover. Find that hold and stretch. Keeping your leg growing long. Find that length. Touch down, deep breath in. And exhale, lift. And lower. Just working for that stability through the inner thigh As you lower and lift, find stability. Good. Just go for a last one, testing the balance, touching down. Now from here, you're taking your leg all the way up and you're drawing that semicircle towards the front. Touch down, deep breath in, and exhale, lift back up. Find that side line that you started with. Lift, it's not high. Control all the way forward. You're working your leg through the semicircle where we start in a parallel, and as you bring your leg up and around, we've got that internal rotation that happens through the hip, through the thigh. And this is what happens where you're keeping a part of the body still and stable, and you're working from the joint. So you're working from a point where keeping that left leg, pardon me, fully parallel, it naturally has internal rotation when it closes in. Deep breath in and exhale. Go for a last one, up and over. Hold right here. You're going to shift your focus so that you're now looking onto the diagonal towards your right. Take a full breath in, hips back. Keep your right knee soft and exhale, lift. Left leg from the floor, press down. It's not about height, it's about control. You lift, feel the work, stretch down. Press imaginary tension down onto the floor. I say imaginary because you got to bring it to your mind first to activate into your body. Last two. Keep stretching that left leg longer and longer. No bends in the knees. Activate through your glute. Feel the pressure as you press on down. Keep your upper body where it is. Return your left leg towards the side. Breathe in. Sit your hips back. And on your exhale, lift and lower down. Stretch, stretch through your waistline, all the way through that left thigh. Shoulders down away from the ears, deep breath in, and exhale, lift and lower. For 4, last 3, 2, press it down like you're moving water, and go for your final one, lift and lower. Come all up to standing, setting up in your parallel second, reaching your arms out, shoulders away from ears, and we drop into that left leg bend, hips back, come back, knees are soft. Stretch the right inner thigh. Keep your arms long and really let your body weight work with you here. Last set of 4. And 3. Stretch that right thigh. Feel your pinky toe ground itself. Finish with one more. Stretch down, reach. Come all the way up. Take your arms wide. Step your feet underneath your hips. Give yourself a soft little bend in the knees. And from here, pinky fingers down to hips. Lift your arms up to shoulder height and open up wide. Pinkies to floor. Inhale, lower. Lift and exhale. Widen. You're taking this through circles, taking this through a full offering, letting your arms press down like they're moving through water. Find the resistance, almost like you're doing a chin-up. You're getting into your lats, growing your neck, shoulders pulling back, opening up, mobilizing through your shoulders nice and softly. Open. Deep breath in, lift, open, exhale, stretch down. Last 2. The more you create that feedback for yourself and that relationship to resistance that isn't there, the harder you'll work. Stretch down, take your arms all the way up. And from here, palms to floor, extend, shoulders down away from ears, look left, look right a couple times. Release your neck. And from here, you're gonna send right away the energy through your fingertips as you start to circle up and around, like you're moving through water, keeping your arms drawing circles that are no bigger than about grapefruits. Had to make sure I was drawing that size. Circle for 8 and 7. Keep feeling your arms press down and away while extending out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the tension first. Take an inhale. Look left and right again. Feel your neck release. Looking forward, take a full breath in. And exhale, reverse circle direction number 2. Stretching down and around, reaching out, pressing down, down, down. Little stops right into those armpit muscles, right into your lats. Pecs, chest, back, working with the shoulders. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your pinky fingers to ceiling. Inhale, touch, exhale, spread those arms and palms open up wide. Inhale, knees are soft, core is engaged. Straighten through your thighs, and finishing here, we're gonna lift and lower the heels, adding on with the arm press. Inhale to lower with control, exhale, full stretch to the legs and kneecaps. Don't let the knees stay bent. You activate your legs in full. You're activating and stretching your muscles. Deep breath in, just like doing a tendon stretch or a lower and lift on the reformer machine. Just as if you've got 3-inch stilettos and you're pushing those stilettos into the grass. Lift, deep breath in, and exhale. Last set of 3, for 2. Go for a finish of 1 more. Inhale and exhale, reach. Take your arms, take your feet all the way down, and just give yourself a moment here to stretch. Right foot back, left hand on hip, reach your right arm forward, make sure your left hip is pulling back as well, and feel your calf lengthen. Extend through your arm. This is great work for your whole spine. It's so good for the muscles around your spine, those erector spinae muscles. When you're ready, switching sides, noticing any difference here from when you first started, and also noticing the difference from side to side. Breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Slowly, smoothly coming all the way up. Now you are ready for whatever you have next. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this class, for really this stretch and activate sequence that, again, I encourage you to add into your week, sprinkle it through your week, and start to feel the difference in your mobility, in your hip stability, in rotational work and balance. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, leave them for me in the comment section below. And if this is your first time joining me here on Burn Pilates, welcome. I invite you to click subscribe and join me weekly for classes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, classes with choice, allowing you to personalize your practice, whether it's on the mat, standing, or giving you a reformer-inspired workout. This is the kind of channel that gives you variety so you can really make movement work for you in your week. Thanks again for joining. Have an awesome morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I look forward to seeing you at the next Burn.